Mark Megan's Weekly Roast. Proudly supported by Cialis for Men. Struggling with erectile dysfunction? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Cialis for Men 10mg film-coated tablets, which contains tadalafil, is now available without prescription. Just a quick, discreet chat with your pharmacist, in person or online, can help. Find it at pharmacies nationwide or visit www.cialisformen.ie for more details. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Always read the label.
Welcome back to the Weekly Roast. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your ever so sculpted, chiselled pre-wedding bodies? Guys, Mark Megan's Weekly Roast is proudly brought to you by Cialis for Men, helping you get and keep an erection whenever you need it. I am so happy to be working with the brand that will help men, and not just with their erections, but in realising there is nothing to be embarrassed about. Probably not the week to do royal accents. Nearly 3 entailed males have experienced ED, but only 1 in 4 are comfortable discussing it. Let us change that. Cialis for Men is now Wogan, dear. Cialis for Men is now available without prescription from pharmacies nationwide. Terry Wogan. All it takes is a quick chat with a bit more Dublin. You need the old bro coming in. All it takes is a quick chat with your pharmacist and you're off to the races. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Contains Terry Wogan. Contains tadalafil. Always read the label. Michael, are you able? That's not bad.
It contains Terry Wogan.
Contains Terry Wogan, like a bullet from a loaded gun.
That's a great Wogan.
Terry Wogan, in your arse. Have you ever inhaled a Wogan? Up your arse and out your mouth.
Oh, lovely.
That's... Nevertheless, we're going to Kerry, baby.
So exciting.
The kingdom is calling. The last time, one of the first times, and certainly not the worst time I was ever in Kerry, was the night that I got my Leaving Cert results.
Oh. Wow.
I went to Puck Fair.
Oh, wow.
Yes, such in 2009.
I'd say you fit in there nicely.
I'm a huge Kerry lover.
Yeah.
Killorglin and the other places. Like Killorglin, you know. Now I've been to Waterford. I've been to lots of places in Kerry. But yeah, the night I got my Leaving Cert results, which as many of you will know, was the same night I got 100% in English in the Leaving Cert. My greatest... Forget selling out the Olympia, okay? Forget having a best-selling book, okay? Forget being married to a bloody star. No, I'm joking. All of those things are irrelevant. My 100% in English in the Leaving Cert is the greatest achievement I've ever... I remember being at a gig, it was the night of Puck Fair, and I had sort of gone wandering, because I used to do that when I was drinking.
Okay.
I'd always just wander off by myself, and it began with this, like, oh, I'm just so deep and mysterious, and I do my own thing, to, you're a nightmare. You're just a complete nightmare, and you can't handle your emotions in the booth.
Just got a bit scared.
You know what I mean? You're a little bit scaredy by the world. But I remember just being, in Puck, down at Puck, and it was just the greatest thing ever. And that night, it was the first time I remember in my life being proud of myself.
That's amazing.
Getting the A1 and the English Leaving Cert. So, if you don't buy tickets for Kerry, you're essentially spitting, you're hock-tooing in the face of my youth.
Oh.
So, whereas I want you to... I don't know what that analogy is.
100% in the Leaving and you go to Hocktua.
Yeah, that's the sort of the descent of man. I've made this point before. A comedian's lifespan is very short.
Okay.
I'm approaching the crest. I'm approaching my peak. I would say by 38 I'll be the best. I'd say I'll be firing on all cylinders. Like, I'm warming up now. I'd say by 38 I will be creating my best work, and then I'll sort of manage to ride that for around 3 years, and by 41 the descent will begin.
Okay.
And I will start thinking that I am either like more talented than I am, I will lose sight of the original observations that I once made, and I'll just become this annoying contrarian. You're already like that, mate. Cool, good luck. So back to the Puck. Anyway, this is supposed to be about Kerry. What I'm saying is, come to Kerry, my friends.
Exciting.
April 16th, Thursday in the INEC Arena. And by the way, if you're not from Kerry and you're thinking, should I go, should I not go? In the INEC, they do these packages where you get your hotel room included.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can stay. I didn't realize, the INEC is this it's like a massive hotel that also has the arenas in them. I haven't explained. I've explained that appallingly and definitely not straight from the marketing pamphlet. But nevertheless, if you're from out of
20 minutes from Killarney.
yeah, just a short jump from Dublin Airport. No, it's not. It's the fucking Titanic Museum. It's miles away. Come to the Game of Thrones. No, if you're coming to Ireland and you're going to the Game of Thrones museum, go home. Go back to where you came from, you perverted neckbeard loser.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Only 77 minutes from Dublin Airport, Carlston, a new way of living. You know those estate? They are the most dystopian ads ever. Charlevolt, the newest family home, different living and exteriors. What? Who comes up with that shit?
Marketing agencies that get paid a lot of money.
Ballyfermoreland. Embark on an eco-new way of living, only 17 minutes from Ireland. You know these? But you pass by these estates and it's like, new bills starting at 795,000 K. And Ucopian, Oakland Montville, Leafy Oak, Golden Emerald Oakland. Only 74 nautical thousand miles from Maynooth. Viewings open summer 2037. Wogan. Welcome back to the Weekly Roast. My name's Terry Wogan. Guys, you're very welcome back to the Weekly Roast. We're taking the show on tour. Good stuff. I'm having a... No, this isn't good. We're taking the show on tour to Kerry, April the 16th. We're approaching the tail end of the tour now. So if you've missed out on the Olympia sold out, Cork and Limerick sold out, Kerry is on sale today as we speak because this episode comes out on Wednesday. So it is on sale now. Go on, get yourself some tickets. It's the INEC in Killarney. Absolutely cannot wait. It's going to be unbelievable. We have some insane tricks up our sleeves. If you were at the Olympia, or if you heard about the Olympia, you will know what can potentially go down at these events. There will be some special people in the audience, is all I'm going to say. Tickets on sale now. I hope to see you there. April 16th. Now, we do have a show to continue with. So beyond that, I hope you're well. Thank you all so much for the love on the prank phone calls. I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out a weekly video show because I feel like the pranks would just be elevated so much if you were able to watch us do them. So leave that with me. It's all under construction as we speak. Now, Mystery Mick, how are you?
I'm very well, Mark. How are you?
You've lost just insane amounts of weight. You're genuinely wasting away.
Thank you. I feel great. This is halfway through my the original journey I set out on.
Is it?
Of 100 days. This is day 50, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So, feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
How's the head?
Yeah, head is good. I suppose, with anything, you go through these, lulls where you're just you're like, what's it all mean and blah, blah. But no, I'm changing my life, and I really do feel like I am. So yeah, excited.
Well done, man. And also, it's important to remember that when you do change your life in this regard, there will be another thing that we invariably scratch our chins about and go, what does it all even mean?
Yeah.
That sort of existential dread. What I'm basically saying is, you losing weight will absolutely not solve the underlying existential oblivion that your head permanently wants to reside in.
Unfortunately.
So that's still, don't get me wrong, after the 100 days, you will still be in the emotional abyss.
Oh, yes.
So,
no, I'm never getting out of that.
Albeit skinny. Do you know what I mean? No, it's amazing to watch, man, and you're inspiring so many people. So, well done. Nevertheless, that's enough back pattery. Let's get on with the show. First and foremost, before we play a voice note, I do want to read out 2 or 3 particularly sloppy ones for you, if that's okay, Mystery Mick.
Please do.
Number 1. Mark! We'll do a Kerry accent. That's not Kerry.
That's not Kerry.
Mark! I swear this is... You've literally ticket sales decreasing. People asking for refunds as the accent goes on. Mark, I swear this is true. And the girls will verify if you want. Last summer I fell asleep in the bus to Westport because I was hanging out in my arse on the way back from a friend's going away party. Don't ask me why, but I was wearing shorts and Havaianas. Woke up to the feeling of a dog licking me toes. But when I looked down, there was just the bald head of the man who was sitting in front of me with his wife, by the way. He pretended he dropped some coins.
Absolutely not true.
No, that's assault, brother. You can't be licking women's toes. Do you know what I mean? on the bus.
No.
It's just, that surely classifies as assault.
Completely.
Called the Gardaí, like, that is absolutely outrageous.
Yeah. There's no world in which that's acceptable.
That bus should be towed.
Hey.
You know? I love the way he's bald. Bald men they're just getting bodied. It's just unfair, the treatment of bald men.
Yeah.
Even in a contextless story like this, wherein it's about a man licking someone's toes, just throw in that he's bald.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
I could just see the bald, gaping white. You know what I mean? I'd love to go bald.
Would you?
Yeah, but I've got my head. It wouldn't suit me.
No, I could see it. You can make it work.
I'd look like a thumb, man. I just look like a thumb with pubes on his head at the moment. Okay, I want to read out this one. I asked this lady for a voice note, but she didn't send it in. And usually we don't include ones that aren't voice notes, but this is just so horrific that I feel like I should read it. And I mean, these are sort of ones that we usually wait for further on in the podcast, but I just want people to know, like, because I had a few questions recently, like, we've had enough about parenting. We have enough about parenting and the happy thing. Get back to the sordid. People just want the sordid smut.
Okay.
They want the filth. So, okay. Be careful what you wish for.
You're welcome.
On a red eye I don't need to do that accent. On a red eye Dublin to London one Tuesday morning. A very hungover man sits beside me. The smell of beer off this guy was horrific. He fell asleep, breathing on me. Disgusting. It gets worse. I mean, you'd hope it gets worse. Somebody just sleeping beside you can't be like podcast worthy. He gets up to use the bathroom about 40 minutes into the flight. There was turbulence and the seatbelt sign came back on. He came back to his seat, but he had a jacket tied around his waist. Mark, as long as I will live, I will never forget the smell. The man had shit himself.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What an animal. It was horrific. He said nothing and just kept looking straight ahead. He was dying. To say I nearly vomited into the window is an understatement. I was trapped. The flight eventually landed. His turn to get up. He proceeds to swing his arse into my face. Surely you go crotch forward in that instance as he gets up to leave the plane. I let a few others go ahead of me so I could catch my breath, and when I got off the plane, he was standing at the side adjusting his jacket to cover the shit. I could see the shit stains all over his arse. Oh. Never sit in 10B on an Aer Lingus flight. Good stuff.
Wasn't the seat.
Wasn't anything to do with the seat. Like,
if you're that person, you should be the last person off the plane.
I think, firstly, we need to exercise a little bit of compassion here. Nobody ever wants to shit themselves, okay? That's not something that anybody, well, like, very, very, very few people choose to do, all right? So, he's also, we have to look at this, like, in intent, okay? You know the way, like, with murder and stuff? When people get, like, they get off fucking prison sentences because they attempted murder. Attempted murder should be the same as murder.
Totally.
Just because you were failed in your endeavour, you were ineffective as a Bruce. Do you know what I mean? You still deserve to go down, honky. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're dead man walking. Okay, you're also on the dead mile. So what are you? You're in jail too. How are you being superior? How have you developed a snobbery towards me? We're both getting the chair. Yeah. Dead man walking. And he trails his tin cup along the bars. Yeah, dead man walking. And this guy with a deck of cards.
He's a magician.
Why are you playing with cards? You're playing with death. You were all dead. Surely we should build up some camaraderie here and try and work on our cases. We could stay up all night and become learned. You know, we could get ourselves out of this hellhole, this Alabama. Nevertheless,
It's turned into like an Enid Blyton novel.
Enid Blyton. I'm thinking more like, who would that be now? Louis Sasher.
Oh.
Yeah, the author of Holes.
Neat.
Did you ever read Holes?
I saw it.
Stanley Yelnats. No. Yelnats is Stanley backwards. Oh. So, yeah, Louis Sasher. He was one of great author. Judy Blume as well.
Okay.
These sort of authors that like hovered around my teenage years and formed an invaluable part, by the way, of nourishing and nurturing that brain of mine, which ultimately went on to get
100%.
And went off in Puck Fair. And I actually fell in love with a girl from Clarny.
Oh.
Or no, it was Killorglin. Red hair. She worked in a cafe there.
Oh, lovely.
So, very nice girl.
It's like an Ed Sheeran song.
Yeah, she eventually joined one of Tommy Robinson's right-wing groups. Yeah, and she... She fronted up the Calorglan arm, the Calorglan wing of the Robinson widows. And stop, this is complete stop. Nevertheless,
Oh God.
so we get back to Intent, serious podcast.
Yes.
Shitty people do shitty things.
Oh,
No, we can't. We actually can't. No,
that's getting bleak.
I want you to think about your life today. Brilliant. What a wordsmith. Anyway, the intent was there to empty the arse, according to tradition.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? He wanted to go to the toilet. Something happened where he didn't get into the loo with enough time, and then he had an accident. He's tried to cover himself with his hoodie, sort of 9-year-old style, which I think is reasonable. I feel sorry for this guy. The part where I lose hope in him and humanity is the swinging of the arse to go ass first when you've soiled yourself. Ass first at the best of times, you'd want to be maintaining a relatively healthy ecosystem around the derriere. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So to go ass first post soilage of yourself, that is
it's a rogue move.
Yeah. That's worse than flashing somebody.
I feel though this is where Irish people struggle though, because people from other countries who may not be so what's the word? Embarrassed, or what's the fucking word?
Okay, Tommy Robinson, are you about to say people from other countries just shit themselves?
No.
People from one of those cultures where they just soil themselves.
No, but like...
We've all seen the reels.
Fuck off, Mark.
Go on. Sorry.
No, but we're very bashful, and I think other people would just say, sorry, I've had an accident here. Can you help me out? They may be sat in like a steward's seat or be given a shawl or something.
What sort of utopian society are you imagining wherein somebody goes, hiya, how are you? You're sitting beside me on this flight. Listen, terribly sorry about this. I've shot myself. No. You wouldn't mind helping me out? Oh, but of course. And why don't we run down to the cobblers and do each other's shoes on the way home? Like, what talk about Enid Blyton. Hello, missus. Sorry, I've just shot myself. I know that you're flying home from London for your nana's removal in Kilrush or in Glen Ballbabby. Oh. Dystopian living, only 74 submarine miles from hello. So you want him to turn to the stranger on the airport, on the flight, and go, yeah, sorry about that. Listen, sorry to interrupt the audiobook. This is not a self-help book. Very good. Oh. Over 10 million copies sold. More than the Bible. Michael Scott. No, but like you expect...
How I self-help.
Yeah. You expect him to ask this woman to a bit of help.
I mean the stewards. Like, by the time...
You know, whenever you hear like those news stories about like a guy has been found in the back garden in Swindon because he's fallen out of an airplane. Yeah. That's the only appropriate course of action if you shot yourself on an airplane. That's what you do. You climb down into the hold. You go down into the hold, in under the wheels. You clutch that fucking wheel until your tits freeze off, and then you eventually let go as this frozen block of poo, and you land in the outskirts of fucking Brocklefistley in northern England. The town of Brocklefistley. We need to play a voice note. This is complete madness. Okay.
Hello. So yeah, I was heading into town one morning. It was quite early. And a man got on and sat beside me and proceeded to take out a huge white onion, peeled it and ate it raw. My eyes stung the entire time. I had a nice little window seat. I didn't want to move. It was busy. And I could smell onion for the rest of my day. My eyes are watering. It was disgusting. Animalistic.
Firstly, I love onions.
Okay.
I adore onions in all their variety. Yeah. Your classic onion, of course. Then you've got the red onion. Mm-hmm. Then you've got scallions, also known as spring onions.
Or green onions.
Okay, so I just thought that you were the producer and sidekick. I didn't realise you're a chef now as well. So... Just blown away here by the CV. This is like longer than the Book of Kells now at this stage. What happened to you?
Oh, Mark.
Who are you anymore?
Hurry up, will you?
20,000 followers on Instagram and you're running the show. Oh dear, Jane. What a sad little life. No. Okay, eating an onion.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I mean, he's obviously a very layered guy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice
Yeah.
There's a lot of other fruit and veg I'd go for before that.
I wonder, would that be really good for flight anxiety?
Why?
Because if you have really bad flight anxiety, right, one of the great things for me, the learnings of anxiety, is to not try and solve the anxiety, but is to try and just lift my thinking onto a different track.
Yes.
Like to just shift my attention and my focus onto something away from the thing. So I'm spiraling about whatever. Mm-hmm. And most of my life was spent in that spiral trying to solve the fear, the thought, the concern, the anger, the feeling. Sure. Whereas actually the answer is to just let it go, to let it go, which is impossible to do. And even somebody saying that to you is utterly meaningless. But is to just, in a childlike way, distract your brain and stimulate it with something else. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I'm thinking, if you're on a flight 30,000 feet in the air, Barry McJocks to your left has just shot himself and has now landed in a back garden in Quidditch. Okay? And then, your flight anxiety hits. What do? You eat an onion. All of your senses. It's a very visceral act, isn't it? If you eat an onion, you're going to be thinking, even thinking about it now. If you're listening to this podcast, close your eyes for a second and imagine the feeling of biting into an onion. Does your mouth start watering?
No.
Oh, okay. You've solved senses as well.
What do you want me to say?
I'm trying to do a bit of a Dermot fucking Whelan here. I'm trying to do a bit of a Keith Barry, and you're there going, no, you're a spoofer. Well, nevertheless.
Okay, I'm with you up to the point of imagining eating the onion. Could you not do anything else? An onion?
I'm just thinking of a cheap, cost-effective way of overriding the free-flowing anxiety that one might be feeling about in a flight. Okay. Here's one for you, by the way. So I noticed Georgie Crawford's podcast is on the Aer Lingus thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, who the hell does that? And I got on and I found out the company, emailed them, smoked. That's the game. It happens. But I was also thinking, surely, and this is my idea, so nobody else will have, just like most of my ideas, by the way, they get ripped off, stolen. No, we won't go into that. Diluted and rinsed. Oh, all of a sudden the spoken word fucking comedy is doing a thing now. Have you noticed this?
No.
Irish comedians now doing the spoken word thing as a bit.
Oh.
Weird. Dublin. The real ones, no. Anyway, why isn't there on in-flight entertainment systems? Surely there should be a podcast about anxiety and flight anxiety.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
How helpful would that be to cope?
Yeah.
Just to distract, because my thing is frantically downloading shit at the gate, trying to solve a lifetime of anxiety and the time it takes for my missus to fight with the guy in Ryanair about the baggage. It's fine. I said it's fine. Do you know who I am? That's never happened. It's never happened. Do you know who... Look, James Anfarelby's number. I've got Kelly Von Trapp's number. Look at all these numbers that I have. Do you know who these people are? Brian Ormond. These people are my friends. Do you know how much I'm worth to you on this flight? Darren, please. Rosie's crying. I'm sorry. What is wrong? She hears this. Nevertheless...
Let's see this make the final edit.
Yeah. I think an in-flight entertainment system around anxiety would be just unbelievable.
I think that's a lovely idea.
Yeah, so anybody out there that wants to help make that happen, let me know. Anyway, eat an onion on a flight. I'm giving this, we rate them today?
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 in terms of shocking.
Ooh.
Oh, disagree with me. There's a shock.
Okay, fine. 5 out of 10.
Ooh, placid little bitch. Let's go.
Hey, Mark. So one time I got on the Lewis at Euston Station, and when I was getting on, there was a guy on already with a buggy, and he was kind of in the area where people stand. And there was another guy getting on, but in a wheelchair. But before he got on, he was finishing the end of his cigarette. And the smoke was coming into Lewis, but no one didn't take any much notice except this guy with the buggy, and he started losing the absolute rag that he was smoking around his child. He shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be smoking as Lewis. And then the guy in the wheelchair was like, I'm outside finishing my cigarette. It has nothing to do with this. Anyways, this went on for a lot of stops. They just kept arguing. But anyways, the argument escalated. So the guy in the wheelchair was in a smaller wheelchair where he was able to go back and ram the wheelchair into the buggy. And he did this 3 or 4 times before the dad kind of stood in front of the buggy. Now, I would like to note that there was no sound out of the buggy. There seemed to be nothing seemed to affect the driver. You couldn't see the child or the baby. So I actually doubt sometimes was there actually a child in the buggy. But anyways, they kept roaring at each other. Next thing, someone must have spotted this, because I see someone up above talking to someone in the guy driving, and the next stop, I'm not lying, I couldn't get over it. There was guards everywhere. They came on, they took your man off with the buggy, they took your man off in the wheelchair. They were still arguing. The guards were trying to sort it out, and we kept going on our daily commute. And this was mad because it was a Tuesday at 9:30. I was going up from work, and this is what we faced at 9:30 in the morning. And I actually commuted 3 times a week to Dublin and got the Lewis to work. And it was always the morning when things would really tick off on the Lewis, I would say. Like, that's just my experience. That definitely was one of the worst. Is the guy in the wheelchair just kept going back and swinging him in. It was just...
Okay. I never thought I'd have to say this in the podcast.
Okay.
This is a public service announcement to wheelchair users.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot use your wheelchair as a battering ram to batter buggies on the public transport system of Ireland. Yeah?
Yeah, I very much agree.
They should play that after. Balali, Balya Ulich. On that account, sure. People in wheelchair. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Actually, a funny story about a wheelchair user who's one of our listeners. She messaged me after the Olympia. So did you know that at the Olympia, whenever I brought out these t-shirt guns and we shot them into the crowd, I was like, everybody on your... Oh no, it was whenever we did the surprise thing at the end of the guests. Yeah. We had this big surprise planned, and I was like, I want every single person on your fucking feet. And like everyone got up, and I was like, no, I want everyone up. And then she was like, me just sitting there in my wheelchair, but like, this clown needs to stop pointing at me. What an absolute legend. Chantel, if you're listening, that is hilarious, and thank you for correcting me. I had no idea, obviously. But so, yeah, completely insane by wheelchair guy.
Yeah.
Firstly, smoking, ludicrous. Just get I as a reformed and sanctimonious non-smoker, I do really now retrospectively understand how inconsiderate it was for me all of those times that I would insist on like my smoking affecting everybody else that I was with. You know, guys, we all need to do this now because Mark needs to smoke. It's all about me, you know. But then also just how much it does invade on other people's personal space when you're smoking near them.
Completely. I remember going to New York a couple of years ago, and they had all these rules about you couldn't smoke within the door, and thinking like, this is ridiculous. It's actually not.
It makes perfect sense, yeah.
Yeah, no, like smoking is way more obnoxious, I think, than you realise.
When you don't, until you don't smoke. And of course, now that I have a child, you're like, Jesus Christ.
100%.
But I was saying it to Darren the other night, like, it's mad to think that cars used to come with cigarette lighters in them.
Yeah.
And you could smoke in airplanes when I was a boy.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's wild. So, wheelchair guy, good luck. I'm glad he's in the clinker, honky. He's going down. Dead man.
Brilliant.
Dead man wheeling. You're gone.
You should tow a buggy.
Very good.
Oh, I thought you were going to slate me.
Very, very good. A bit of Gaelga as well.
Yeah.
Ma on buckle. Very good.
Yeah,
on a wire fod me hole. Okay, so smashing the baby with the buggy, as soon as that happens, that's just assault of a child. So I'd be talking, my foot's going straight into the spokes.
Oh, completely.
That's then when I'm deflating both of those tyres. Gone. Well, sorry, I have to stop you. Somehow.
You put like a mild prank.
Yeah, I'm just down on my hands and knees. Do you know what I mean? That's the way that I'm doing it.
Is it? Yeah.
And then I'm gone. And then call the feds.
I'll be back, Rose. You have to bag.
I love the way like 9 feds show up to get the guy. Do you know what I mean? To subdue him. It's like...
I've seen it on the Lewis. When the guards show up, they show up in force.
The Lewis lads are scary enough.
They are.
Would you arm the guards?
No.
Would you not?
No, definitely not.
Why? If you have them, you'll use them type thing?
No, I think we genuinely have a really good police force without arming them.
Yeah.
We have armed response units when you need them, but like the guards are like, I think, very good and well trained and good to go.
And who has you on the take there as a matter of interest? You've obviously been sucking off some lads down in Templemore because, good God, I haven't seen somebody's face into the crotch of a fed since Adrian Dunbar did that porn movie after Blue Lights. He wasn't even in Blue Lights, it was Line of Duty. And Adrian Dunbar's the character, not the actor. And the actor's actually a very successful Irishman, so don't be mean. Yeah. It's just wrong on all accounts. Nevertheless, the baby's in the wrong. Let's go the wheelchair. Oniva, let's go. No.
Okay, so I've not done this before, But anyway, a few years ago, I guess I was just back in Ireland. So it's 10 years ago. Cooting in from Dundrum into town, and I was on my way home from work. Anyway, this one day, gone to do a thrown away, fucking get on, whatever, and got a seat that, one of the seats in one of the four, the middle bit. Sat down, and I swear to God, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. We pulled into Renla, and I was in this 4-seat configuration. Your man was opposite me, and he wasn't old, but he was older than me. Like, I was like fucking 25 or whatever. Your man was like a good 20 odd years older than me. So he was a good 45, 50 at the time. So, like, now that's where I am. So it's not old, but at the fucking time was old. Anyway, your man's sitting there. We're on the way home. And then I looked down and I just saw his fucking willy sticking out of his trousers. Like the full on willy sticking out of the trousers. And I didn't know where to look, didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do, what to say, whatever. Was this intentional? Was it not? I mean, what was it? Like, what was it? Was this assault? Was it not? Was it like an accident? He didn't fucking tuck himself back in after he went to the toilet. Like, who fucking knew? Didn't know. I don't know. I still don't know to this day what it was. But anyway, there it was. Full Woody doing the full salute, out of the jocks, out of the pants. And yeah, so anyway, got home, told my boyfriend, now husband, but was like, does that sound right? Would you not know that your willy was fucking sticking up? Like, would it not be catching a breeze? Like, what? He's laughing here now, but that's what I was like at the time. Like, what? Like, is that for real? That you wouldn't know the willy was sticking up out in the thin air?
Okay. So a man had his penis out of the Jones.
Yes.
Like, in the wind. It's just flashing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a crime.
This is just like this is like that show on Expose, on RT Expose, with still somehow with less pricks than the original. No, I'm joking.
Very good.
Don't even know who's on that. It's just slag at RT, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. It's cool to be sort of
so edgy,
a bit contrarian. Oh, me sticking it to the man. Anyway. Yeah, it's just flashing, really. It's indecent exposure.
Yeah.
I think we should... I can sort of say this with certainty. Anytime you've seen a penis in a context that one would not expect penis, it's intentional.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could hedge your bets there and say that if a man's willy is never accidentally out in the wind.
No.
So if you've seen a willy in a place where you shouldn't or wouldn't or want to have seen a willy, that's the doing of the willy man. Like, the guy did that intentionally with his willy.
Yeah, you have to make a conscious effort to achieve that.
Like, I told you the story about I love this story so much, but like after my 18th birthday, which was in the Button Factory, formerly known as the Temple Bar Music Club, it was a great night, but I got a call from my dad the morning after and was like, "Who was that fella walking around with his willy in his pint?" Thank you. Happy birthday, Mark. Cheers. Let's go to that ball game later. Me just with the baseball mitt, putting it back on top of the fridge with a solitary tear. But, he was like, "Who's the fella walking around with his willy in his pint?" And I was like, oh, yeah. So anyway, I was over my mate's gaff and I told his mum about this. And I was like, oh, there was a guy walking around with his dick in his pint, this moron in the year above me. And she was like... Her reaction was, she was from Scotland. She was like, "Hold on a second here. You're walking around with his willy in his pint?" I was like, yeah, it was, Siobhan, yeah. She's like, "And was he doing it by accident?" Sorry? Was it an accident? Was this an accident that he was walking around with his willy in his pint? Let's think about the things that would have to happen there for that to be an accident. As a person with the appendage that is a penis, I can tell you that could never feasibly... You go to the urinal. You take out your willy. Yeah, grand. You finish peeing. You put your pint up on top of the urinal somewhere.
Right. You
finish peeing. You go, oh, I've just forgotten to put my willy back in.
Yeah.
So you grab your pint and then you start walking. You don't realise that there's a cold wind on your willy.
No.
Nobody in the toilet notices. Nobody's looking at you going, Carl, your dick's out. Your willy's out in the wind there. So just... Do you know what I mean?
Just fix that.
Yeah, no worries. And then you just walk back up into the venue, just get chatting to people. Oh, yeah. And where'd you go up? Oh, yeah. You had charity work. Was it grand? And was it really sad? Yeah. And do they think they'll ever rehome? Oh. And then the penis I'm just going to hold my pint down comedically low.
At a
sort of
ridiculous angle.
Just above the kneecap, if you're me. You know what I mean? For Michael, it's just at the belt buckle. Small dick comedy is always the best. Nevertheless, do you know what I mean? You're just having a conversation with somebody. Yeah, I'm just going to have a chat there. Oh, sorry. Willie in the pint. Yeah, I can't feel the froth. My willy is so senseless, I'm not even aware of the froth that is now absorbing the phallus, and thus, yeah, perfect accident. Okay. And then, by the way, taking a sip, oh, that's weird, pint tasting, dick, beetroot and dick. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the weekly roast, and I hope you appreciate the fact that I've had a little less sleep than one might. Sort of a Guantanamo level of sleep last night. Oh. Averaging around 1 hour and 40 minutes. And then several coffees to compensate, which is why the brain wiring, the neurosystem, is sporadic. Okay. Hence, I'm not as sort of as I usually am. Crisp, clear, concise. Anyway, you're very welcome back to the show. I hope you're enjoying it. It is truly a privilege to do this every week, so thank you so much for your support, and to everybody who's joined us recently. We've had a huge influx of new listeners again, so thank you so much. I'm so happy you're on board. If you could do me a favour, could you just rate the podcast wherever you listen to them? Obviously 5 out of 5, but if you could just rate it, and what's the word, like subscribe to it. If you click follow wherever you're listening to this, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, GoLoud app, whatever, just click follow, because it means you get the episodes for free every week in your RSS feed, but it also really helps us and visibility and whatnot. So thank you so much for the support. And Kerry tickets are on sale now. There's potentially one other gig happening on the House of Loons tour, but this is it. So you don't want to miss it, because the House of Loons tour, I probably won't get away with doing the stuff that's in this show again. No, this is yeah, and this isn't the sort of Ricky Gervais, oh, I'm so mad, I'm so bloody mental, they're definitely going to arrest me now. Richard, you've had 5 Netflix specials. Like, shut up, you Ed. Like, it's his descent is just the worst. It's heartbreaking to see Hero go to zero. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's play some bloody voice notes.
And hi Mick, love the podcast. So this is probably back 2010 to either 2009 or 2010, but I used to get the dart to school, and I remember this old woman did this like massive sneeze, and this like runny lump of snot just went like across the 4-seater section things that you sit in, and like latched on. I'm actually gonna gag. It like latched onto my school bag, and I just remember not being able to I'm actually on a gag. Even just thinking about it brings back PTSD, but I just remember the snot like latching to my bag and me not being able to stop retching for 4 stops, and everyone looking at me, but me just being like, for like 4 stops. It was so bad. And now to this day, whenever I see somebody sneeze in public, I'm running. Because it's the most traumatizing thing. I can't deal with it. But yeah, I just remember like not being able to wipe it off my bag as well. It was it's horrific. The whole experience was horrific. But yeah, anyway, love the podcast.
Thanks, Emil. Yeah, that's horrific. Yeah. Somebody, even the word phlegm, very onomatopoeic. Yes. Isn't it? It really is. Just English. So, somebody sneezing on you, that's, I would say, top 3 fluids. Mm-hmm. Not going to tell you the top 2, but I would say...
We know them.
We know the top 2 are. We don't need to mention them. 2 being the operative word of one of them. But come on now. also be the operative word. I would say, yeah, that is horrific. People that don't, and I've said this by the way, we have learned nothing from the pandemic.
I totally agree.
We have learned, human beings, Irish people particularly, but I feel like maybe society on a wider level, human beings have learned absolutely nothing from the pandemic. All it takes is to look around you. The next time you leave the house, genuinely, just look around you. Go to your nearest shopping centre whenever you're doing your weekly shop. Modern society, even post-pandemic, in public, is merely an army of people participating in what can only be described as a rebellion against conventional hygiene. Genuinely.
I'm with you.
I loathe being in public. And not just because I get recognised by my adoring fan. No, genuinely. You go up to Blanche and the way... I'm going to stand back from the mic so this doesn't hurt people's eardrums. Sorry? Just in the queue in Boots. Somebody clearing their fucking esophageal chamber. Do you know what I mean? Not a body part. But like, the way that people people are absolutely disgusting. Buses, planes, trains, boats, restaurants, shops, cinemas, anything, you name it. The rules of society pre-COVID no longer exist.
We've certainly regressed.
We have regressed, and I think it all stems from a social thing. We spend all of our times uninterrupted by life on our phones, right? So we are just consumed by phones, and this isn't anti-social media. This is just the way that things are. We're on our phones all the time. People go out less. We just watch Netflix. We stay at home, right? And that's all of those things are great. The trappings of fucking modern coziness, grand. It's the fact that we've spent so much time removed that we're house trained. We're not public trained. You know, we have just become these feral dogs in public. So we go into our house and it's all cozy and candles lighting and fucking marshmallows and all the rest. But then we get into public, we don't know how to behave. People don't know how to conduct themselves. They forget that when you're in society, you are participating in something bigger than yourself. And society and community, these things don't matter anymore. It's just, I'm on my own. So when I go to Blanche, I'm up there to get what Mark needs and what Mark wants. So I'll scratch my sack or sneeze on a backpack. Do you know what I mean? Or cough into the bristly 3-back in size of a 74-year-old woman. And it doesn't matter because Mark is just in Mark's world. And I feel like our time in the real world is now just getting in the way of our time in devices. This is all becoming very like 16-year-old weed smoking philosophy. But still, I do think that there's a root cause here. And we have forgotten that society is supposed to be like about more than just ourselves.
I think you should hold yourself to a higher standard of hygiene and behaviour when around other people, like particularly in close proximity.
Yeah.
Like even if it's not important to you, you should nearly meet society's higher standard.
The amount of times in recent months I've had people walk in front of my car holding on to the hand of their 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And you're going, that child is fucked.
Yeah.
Because from this age, you are. This is the message that you're. The fact, the short, immediate term, by the way, you are endangering the life of your child and the car, the person driving. Do you know what I mean? Because unfortunately, if a child jumps out in front of your car, you will probably swerve and potentially harm yourself or others. Yeah. But you're just teaching your child to, I'm just going to walk out in front or behind this van. I don't care. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm with you.
I don't know. The facts are, like, the toilet's going down the drain. Homeless figures are on the rise. Mm-hmm. You've obviously got Toothless Joe and Motorway Michael. Homeless figures on the rise.
Oh my God.
Toothless Joe and Motorway Michael. God. Two prolific roadside flashes in Strokestown now. It's not a great gagger, is it?
I was lost for a second.
Let's play the voice notes.
Hey, Mark. I was on my way to a work event in Dublin, sitting on the Lewis, tipping along, and next thing I know, there's a man on his hands and knees crawling towards my legs. And I said to him, what are you looking for? You know, I thought maybe he'd drop something. And he just said, nothing, as he continued to go at my legs.
No.
I was like, no. So luckily we were coming up to the next stop. I literally just got up and got off and thought, oh my God, what the fuck? That was one of my first experiences of the Lewis, actually. So that's going back a long time ago. But yeah.
Complete, just disgraceful.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting. spectacularly sick.
If you're gonna act like that though, have an excuse.
Yeah, be like, oh, sorry, I had a pet mouse, Mr. Jingles. I got him on the Green Mile. Do you know what I mean? Have
Not a Green Mile.
a lot of dead man walking. There's some sort of morbid undertones here in my subconscious that I'm not aware of. I think that's just a pervert. Again, just another man being an absolute animal, and he deserves to be arrested.
This is the problem though with public transport. Like, obviously for society and for the environment, for everything, it is great.
Yeah.
But people just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, and you know what? And here's another one of my famously sort of probably overconfident takes that aren't really hot takes, but I act like it. I think they are. Yeah. This whole, like, see, I'm worried about trivialising something like this because that is a creep, right? And in theory, if I trivialise that and make fun of that, are we normalising it? Which is why, for instance, all these fucking memes about Prince Andrew. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get involved in making memes out of what has been alleged, right? So just have to be careful legally, but like I feel like meme culture, and this is both with words, but obviously particularly with visuals. Like, meme culture can take the seriousness out of really serious shit. Do you know what I mean?
It's the problem with AI as well, because you can take the most horrific of people and crimes and scenarios and like throw it into a Fast and Furious scene. You're like, oh, that's a bit funny, but it's actually not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then I'm reluctant to be too like, this is all what a pervert. It's like, yeah, well, he is a pervert. It's actually like, it's criminal behaviour. Yeah, we should have nicer content on the pod. Oh, the little monkey getting bullied. Oh, Pichu, or whatever his name is. Punchy. Have you seen that?
Oh,
yeah, it's really sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah, then they found his old tweets. And it was like, people in wheelchairs don't deserve third level education.
Jesus Christ.
So he's a dirtbag.
That will get clipped.
The people of Roscommon listening with a fine tooth comb.
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The monkey stuff is horrendous.
It is.
Watching a little monkey getting bullied is just
absolutely horrific.
It rips your heart out.
It does.
Yeah. Oh God. Let's play a voice note.
Okay. It was June 2023 because it all happened. It was a Sunday and we arrived for my father's 70th birthday party. I'm lactose intolerant, even though I continue to drink milk to this day.
Love
and get the shits regularly, but that's another story. So, anyway, not too much ice cream, with too much cake, Sunday evening, and headed back to the apartment. I was living not too far from Castlelock train station, and you know the apartments. And Monday morning, wasn't feeling great, bit of a dirty tummy. Woman had drove to work, so I was getting the train in. So I walked about 10-minute walk to the train station at Castlelock. Jumped on the train, warm. Summer's morning. I was wearing a pair of beige chinos, a blue shirt, and a navy gilet. Typical wanker. Only started work the previous Thursday, so it was my third day in work. And anyway, on the train for Minute, jammers. By the time we got to Castlelock, I hopped on and got to Navan Parkway. Wasn't feeling great. And rumbling in the stomach. Hadn't gone for shite that morning. So I kind of knew what was coming. So ended up getting to Ashtown. Rumble. I farted, knew I shot myself. Knew it. I thought I might get away with it, but I kind of felt a wet patch in my trousers. And I got the phone out and kind of just took a photo, and I was about half the size of an iPhone patch on the BRs. Of shite.
Brilliant.
So I had to get off the train. So basically, I was getting off the train at Ashtown. This was, about 8:10 in the morning. Met my new boss, still my boss then, who lived in Ashtown from Galway. And he goes, what's the story? And I says, jeez, not feeling great. I have to go. I'll text you in a while. Sorry, really sorry about this, blah, blah. So kind of edged past him. He didn't see anything, obviously, hopefully, but there was people behind me. Let's say number one smelled, and number two obviously seeing a big stain of shite in the back of my trousers. Brilliant. So I had to walk back along the canal path from Ashtown back to Castleknock, and happened again. Basically, I shot myself down going over near the fly over the M50, and got home and had to call in sick. Just texted your man on the way back to the apartment. I said, listen, not feeling great, told me not great, but I had to go in the following Tuesday. So the following day, which was a Tuesday, pretended I was sick for the Monday, so it wasn't a great start, but I've since told him the story, and he found it hilarious. But still drinking milk. I'm still having the shits the odd time, so
Good stuff.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Thanks for the update of the continuous shits. Thanks for letting us know that your life is just filled with bursts of having the shits. That is genuinely horrendous.
I have no sympathy for this man.
Zero sympathy. I've the opposite of sympathy. I have anger and rage. How somebody could be that reckless with their bowels and their clothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A good pair of
nice beige.
A nice Tiffany for men suit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Suit pants.
Yeah.
Probably checkered. And shit. An iPhone sized stain of shit.
Oh God.
Odd barometer for size.
Yeah.
An odd fecal measurement tool.
How many iPhones are size, would you say? 2.
Do you know what I mean? Just so grim.
Horrific.
I cannot imagine or fathom that moment of I've shot myself.
You've never had it?
No, Michael. Christ. Of course not.
Trying to work you into a corner.
No way. Also, the fucking taking a photo of your own arse.
What are you doing?
Taking a photo of your own arse on the dart or on the train to see if you've shot it's over.
Yeah.
It's over for you.
When you know, you know. There's no...
It's like true love or finding your first home. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to second guess it.
Yeah.
Am I in love? Yes. Do we like that cottage? Yes. Have I shot my brishta? Yes. It's just depraved. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Weekly Roast. I hope you enjoyed it. An absolute pleasure to be here, as always. Kerry tickets are currently on sale. So do yourself and me a solid and go on to the Gleneagles INEC Arena and get yourself a ticket. And if you're not from Kerry, get down. We're going to have a bloody knees up for the entire night. And I will be doing a meet and greet, by the way. I couldn't do one after the Olympia. Just too tough with that many people. But I am going to be able to do a meet and greet after Kerry. So if you want to come along and get a fit picture, have a chat, whatever, I'll be around after the show to have a drink with whoever's there. Probably not have a drink, let's be honest. Michael just sneezed and there's an iPhone sized shape on his jeggings. He keeps wearing jeggings to these recordings. It's just perverted. Nevertheless, tickets to Kerry on sale now, guys. I hope you're well. I hope you're minding yourself. And this 6 weeks, if the weather has affected you over the last 6 weeks, don't think that you're unique. In terms of please exercise some self-compassion. If you are feeling lower than usual, and if you're finding it hard to sort of wrestle with the world and your own thoughts, forgive yourself, because it's getting the better of all of us. And I know we're talking about the weather, but I don't know if we're talking enough about the actual effects that this ongoing grey, bleak misery is having. So if you are marching under what feels like a permanent sort of black cloud and you are every day playing a chess game with yourself as to whether or not you'll be miserable, you might still be miserable, but at least try and understand that that's okay, because you're not doing anything wrong. This has just truly been remarkably shit. So I hope you're hanging in there, and I look forward to seeing however many of you down at Kerry. And yeah, all the best. Speak to you soon. Mind yourselves. Take care. Beautiful.
Mark Megan's Weekly Roast. Proudly supported by Cialis for Men. Struggling with erectile dysfunction? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Cialis for Men 10mg film-coated tablets, which contains tadalafil, is now available without prescription. Just a quick, discreet chat with your pharmacist, in person or online, can help. Find it at pharmacies nationwide or visit www.cialisformen.ie for more details. To be taken at least 30 minutes prior to anticipated sexual activity. Always read the label.